The best fairy tale is daggone Beauty and the Beast.
I never
That's the
seen.
most realistic one right there.
I never seen that.
That's the most
Yeah,
realistic one.
What they did? He
that's
was.
the
I thought he
most
was a.
realistic
I thought he
one.
was a lion or some shit.
Exactly, and that nigga was
He,
mean as shit.
yeah, and he was a sweetheart. He was a sweetheart to the little princess, and he was an ugly lion. You know, so
And
it's
that nigga
like,
was, but he was mean as shit at first, was he not?
All I was going to say was that basically, the good thing about these panels is that, it's not just us on here. There are a lot of good points that go forth. And so either has an ear, let him hear. Some things are taught and some things are caught. So the people that need the information that was given tonight, they'll receive it. And those that don't, they don't. And, you know, it is what it is at the
Well,
end of the day.
Krishan,
touche. Did
why you say touche, Shaw? Saw?
it not go?
No.
Would you agree?
No, no. What'll happen, Saw, is let's say I say something, right? And you disagree with what I said and give me the reason
Oh,
as to
okay,
why.
okay.
And then
But I
I
agree
say
with
touche
I
because
agree.
I'm like, okay, I concede to your point and go with what you're saying.
I was my bad. I was feeling like Strata for a second. My bad. I gotta
No,
say that.
it's all good. Me and Strada had that same conversation actually. um, Now, Krishana, here's the thing: why it won't work is because we need the people that are not listening to listen, so we can have more relationships,
But you
right?
know what? You can't, if somebody wants to be foolish and continue on in their folly, and Callie, I'm not talking about you, I'm speaking in general, as a matter of fact. If a person wants to continue on with the same behavior that they have been demonstrating and they continue to get the same thing, you know, that's what they're going to do. You can talk to somebody until they're blue in the face, but unless they decide and make a decision, because it is a mindset change, they're going to be where they are until they're ready. And that ready may never come, and they may end up being in the position that they're in. And it is what it is.
I guess that's
It doesn't mean
why.
that the information, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that the information isn't good. It just means that it was not received.
So you know what?
And it doesn't make it a good thing. But again, it is what it is.
Yeah, I think as a teacher and a coach, I can't accept that. Because if the
Mm-hmm.
people that have the responsibility to teach and coach take that disposition, we're gonna die.
No, 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 no. I'm not saying don't continue to teach it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that you can continue to do it, but if somebody is saying that they're not willing to take the information, they're not going to be willing. But it doesn't mean that you change your position. I don't believe that people should change their character, their behavior traits based upon what somebody else does.
Yeah, no, I catch your drift. I guess you're right. Now
You
this
see what
is
I'm
where
saying?
you would
Because
say touche.
mhm.
Saw it.
Right, right.
Now
Because everybody on the panel, it
it's
seems like the conversation was going in a circle.
Prashana, but it's unfortunate though.
Hmm.
We don't have that much time.
No, we don't.
Niggas is 40.
This is true.
Niggas is 40 saying, yo, he talked me out my drawers. Huh? For the 20th time, my heart? Nah, you talked yourself out your drawers. Like,
You allowed it.
I'm fucked up in the game. I can't find success, but I need to select the people I'm willing to take information from at this point. I'm 40.
Yeah,
That shit just, you don't got enough time to be doing all that.
you don't. And we can't afford it.
Damn,
Yeah, we don't.
I don't know, man. A fairy
I
tale.
mean,
Callie, I ain't gonna lie, my heart. That's the closest to the fairy tale.
The best fairy tale is daggone Beauty and the Beast.
I never
That's the
seen.
most realistic one right there.
I never seen that.
That's the most
Yeah,
realistic one.
What they did? He
that's
was.
the
I thought he
most
was a.
realistic
I thought he
one.
was a lion or some shit.
Exactly, and that nigga was
He,
mean as shit.
Yeah, and he was a sweetheart. He was a sweeheart to the little princess, and he was an ugly lion. You know, so
And
it's
that nigga
like,
was, but he was mean as shit at first, was he not?
I don't know.
he was
Yeah,
he was more stern than mean.
Like he. Anyways, I'm not doing this. I
Yeah,
can't.
that nigga was throwing.
Don't do
That nigga was
it,
throwing. That nigga was throwing temper tantrums or whatever like that, and rah and all over the goddamn place, whatever like that. Scared the shit out of her. And then you
Weird.
had Gaston on the other end, who was his ego-driven bravado shit, like I'm the shit or whatever like that, with that nigga cleft chin, and he was a dumbass.
You lost me. I don't know
And
shit.
what did Belle what did Belle do?
Bell took advice from other motherfuckers that knew him personally or whatever like that and was able to see him for who he actually was. And he ended up demonstrating and speaking womanese to her and winning her over. That's how Beauty and the Beast happened.
Womanese. He just spoke to her.
And what and womanese did he not
And you said
did
that she
he
listened
did
to the
he
people outside of said relationship, or
that
she
knew
listened to.
him personally, right? That knew it. She wasn't just listening to this nigga growl and everything was
She
all
was
good.
listening
No,
to
she was put
teacups and
off.
shit. She was listening
She
to
was
teacups.
that
Come
knew him
on.
personally, right? That knew him personally and could translate to her the growling bullshit that he was going through and was able to provide context into how he was really feeling and what his actual position was.
Yeah, all you're doing is making the point, Callie. Is
I
that
haven't even seen it
I'm just
in
saying. I'm
years.
just saying. That's
It's
yeah,
it's
Beauty and
good.
the Beast
that's what
is the
Jalen
closest thing to
said.
real life that fucking that
No,
Disney fairy
that's
tale
what.
shit is. And I ain't seen shit after fucking Beauty and the
But
Beast.
that's
I
what
ain't seen
Jalen
Princess
said,
Well,
and
though.
Frog and all
it
that other shit.
it
That's
was
what.
actually there was several points to that Beauty and the Beast story because he was angry and in that predicament because he treated somebody that was an old lady that didn't seem like she was anybody, but she actually was somebody, and because he was rude to her and disrespected her, she cursed him. And she cursed
Mm-hmm.
him
Mm-hmm.
until he was able to learn how to love properly. So there were several different messages in that Beauty and the Beast story. And yes, he did growl at Beauty. Beauty did listen to the teacups and all of that to get to understand what was wrong with him. And they spent time together.
This
They
shit
learned how to
funny.
communicate with each other, and they ended up falling in love.
Oh my
That's what that
God!
story was about.
Please, guys, come on.
Yeah,
Booyah.
I'm just
Come
telling you
on.
guys what the story was
What
actually
y'all
about
talking about? Here's what I
because I remember it.
here's the key. Here's the key.
You ain't even seen it. See how you
Yeah,
just
that
tossed
shit
that
is out
information over
the
your shoulder because you ain't seen it?
that shit
See
is
how you
out the
just did that,
way.
Ham?
I'm saying you have to watch the movie. Like I never seen that
Exactly.
shit.
You see how we just gave you the synopsis or
But
whatever
that's
like
not.
that, and you tossed it over your
No, I
shoulder
can't. I don't
because
understand. I don't have enough content. You have to actually see this shit. I'm
Right. You do
saying
exactly
have to see it.
you need more context, right?
no, Callie. That's not. Come on. This is what I'm saying, right? Jalen Ben said this based on what y'all saying about Beauty and the Beast, right? The men who are married are saying the same things as the men who aren't. The men who you don't want to listen to and the men you do want to listen to, they agree. That's the part that we need to make sure resounds. That's the part. They agree with each other. So this nigga's growling or whatever. His man say, yo, but yeah, I feel him because this is what he actually mean. Right? They ain't have to have rapport. I know what most niggas is thinking. Oh, that's just my male best friend. He hate that nigga. Don't fuck with boy.
I agreed with that, Hamp. I said at
I
the
know.
baseline when Jalen said it.
I know,
Okay.
but I'm saying that they agree. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah,
agree.
I
Feel
said that.
me? So
And I
us
agreed that they agreed.
us having the audacity to dismiss information at this dire strait don't make no sense to me.
So Ham, I got a question.
Yes,
Do you
man.
think that most women are more prone to listen to the advice of married women versus married men?
No, hell no. It's a
Okay.
girl.
Okay. I was just wondering.
You know, y'all got terrible relationships. Yeah, y'all fall out every 3 summers. Y'all got different friends and shit like that.
I
Married women
suppose.
get called mammies, right? Is there a
Mm.
label for
Yeah,
those
no,
women?
y'all be having disdain for each other,
Pick
Krishana.
Nah,
me's,
that shit depend on what the
right?
fuck you
Like,
talking
come
about.
on,
That depend on what the fuck you talking about.
I
Y'all
was just
friends.
wondering because
please. You say cater to your
Our
man, you a
friendship is
man, you a
terrible.
pick me. Like, come on.
That now, see now,
No,
Leah,
no,
now
you
you
know it.
Like,
stretching it.
y'all be
Now you are
No,
bullshitting.
stretching it.
you're
You
reaching,
are
and you
stretching
stretching it
it.
like a motherfucker.
Y'all got
Because
terrible
even, because
relationship.
even the one
And
saying,
even if
because
we
even
say
the one saying
if we
mammies
was
and
to
pick
say
me,
Let
they
me
cater to they
cater to
niggas.
you, cause
if
baby,
we
this
say
is your
Naya, we
day.
should shut the fuck
Ain't
up,
no bitch,
cook,
ain't no bitch,
and
ain't no bitch
have
talk,
sex. We a pick me.
ain't
We
no
I
good
should
bitch
have
for
let
calling
that.
Keyshawn say it.
Beyonce
My
no
bad.
mammy or no pick me. Ain't no bitch calling
Well,
Beyonce, the one who
well,
came up with the goddamn
real
song
quick,
That's
"Pick
not
Me,"
true.
real quick.
calling her
Let's
no
They
finish.
call
goddamn mammy
Beyonce
or
a
no
Let's
pick me
pick
finish.
me.
because they call Beyonce a pick me
Okay.
because she stayed with Jay-Z after he cheated.
Let's finish what Krishana was saying. Krishana,
What, five people?
I wish that they would listen, you know. But I think there's a distrust amongst women though.
Okay.
You know, like the name calling to come out quicker. You know,
Mm,
from what
mm,
I've experienced, women are less inclined to listen to each other because it will
okay.
default to you let that nigga,
Mm.
but you only saying that cause you know what I'm saying. And so
I suppose.
I find it more difficult more often for women to convey positivity regarding relationships and what they should or should not do to each other based on my
I
anecdotal
see.
experience, you know.
Okay. Fair enough. I was
Yeah.
just wondering.
Yeah, which is unfortunate, right? May I add,
Hmm. Yeah.
you know. So, I don't know, but it's tough. It's tough, man. It's tough.
Mhm.
So what y'all going to do, Sar?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I ain't finna listen to no bitch that called me a fucking pick me. Me, nigga, me. Yeah, your opinion
That's how I
is
feel,
fucking
Callie.
irrelevant at this point.
That's
You know what I'm
exactly
saying?
how I feel. I feel the
I
same
don't
way.
I
And
don't
that shit go.
know what these heathens are gonna do out here, but I am gonna cook clean and shut the fuck up.
Like, like, come on.
Saudi, call us heathens.
When
Say
that
we heathens.
man,
Say we heathens, baby. Say we heathens.
oh no, I don't live my life like
You
that no
get
more, Rebecca.
you get called to
Um,
pick me if you separate yourself too.
so
Don't forget that.
yeah,
Oh,
and I'm not talking
wow.
about you. I'm talking about those other people. It's like no, I am that people. We all are, like you said, but yeah, I'm gonna follow
Mm.
suit when he come around. You know,
Saudi.
I be trying now, but
Nigga,
Listen,
then
you have
Saudi,
to.
how you practice is how you perform.
Rebecca, please, because if you know what I'm up against, please say me that. Because I be trying, but
And
yeah.
I think Saudi, we got to keep it tall. If our tries, if 90% of them end in fails, at what point are they an honest try?
Um, they be honest. Him, I don't take look. When we talk about tone, I be trying, I do good for the most part until I get in Discord. That's just it. When I get in Discord, we in Dante's 7 realms of hell.
But that's the thing. But that's the thing, right? That's the thing. You
It's really
you
nice in the
you
Discord.
you have to perform. I agree. You have to
It's amazing.
you have to perform when it's the most crucial, though. Right? That's when your best players respond. Right? You got playmakers, prospects, and suspects. The prospects are great in practice. Right? But when you have to make that 4-for-1 tackle in the biggest game of your life, those are the playmakers. When you have the most pushback, the most hardship, and those people respond, that's how you know they've achieved their goal. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not easy, but I'm saying it has to be done. You know?
I don't know. All I'm saying is I'm a work in progress. My man will be delighted. But you keep on poking the bear. What that man say? You better help the bear because what? I ain't gonna just keep on sitting there
That's the
looking.
thing. That's another
What
thing.
help me?
This is another key point. I'm glad you said that. You're not a bear.
I mean, I'm like a panda. That's the bear.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not a bear. Yo, if I responded to poking and prodding, you know where I'd be? Pause. If I
Pause.
Where would
responded
you
to
be?
foolishness, you know where I'd be?
Locked up.
In jail?
And that's why we fuck with you, Hampton.
I know, but think about it. If I'm no better than you, you could do it too, is the point.
I'm growing slow and steady, wins the race.
Period.
And I haven't cursed nobody out in a minute. So
Well, yeah,
cheers
but
to
this
progress.
is a macro thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we let people take control of us much too often. You know.
That is a fact. I 100% agree.
You know, and then what will happen is when we get comfortable, we're less in control, right? Like your man can ruin your day in an instant. You know, so if random people can ruin your day, imagine the disposition amongst you and your significant other. You know. So I don't know, man. It's not
Can I
easy.
just say one thing?
Yes.
This is so random.
Yes.
But you made me think about it. When remember when we was younger and we like go through a breakup at work?
I'm 40.
Okay. Well, y'all ain't never go home because you was just so heartbroken.
No, I
What's
stayed
his
at work.
No.
No,
I get that text
stayed at work.
message. Oh my God, my heart broke. I gotta go.
Sorry,
Somebody done
I stayed
died.
at work.
No, I'm going home. I can't. Day is ruined. Heart is broken. Your heart broken
I stayed
too.
at work, bro.
But this was back in the day. This was back in the day.
Go home, right?
You know what I'm saying now? When my man is not pleased.
I don't know. It's just I think it's been y'all been doing a great job. I just all right, but what are the solutions? What are the things that we think we need to fix to be successful?
I mean,
Because it's not
I
a
said
fairy
one
tale.
earlier. I said one earlier. I mean, I think that as women, we should practice good manners, period. You know what I mean? Practice good behavior, period. You know, be respectful, be kind, do your best to communicate properly, be considerate, have empathy. You know, try to be selfless if you can help it. Those are some things that you know, you can work on. Those are some solutions.
Okay, so you say have a pleasant disposition, right? How you present how you present in the earth
sure.
matters.
Absolutely, definitely. You
Okay.
can light up a whole room with a pleasant disposition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? It's that's definitely necessary because this ain't no fairy tale, and it's gonna be hard as shit to really find somebody I think you can make it for the rest of your life with, right? That roses and bubble shit is out the window, right? People are too jaded, generally speaking. I think as they exist in the dating market, the longer they are, the harder it is for them to assimilate to what needs to be done. So I agree.
Yeah.
Be mindful of your disposition is uberly important. What you think, Rebecca?
Yeah.
I think we should go into spaces where we're listening to other people talk and just receive the information without attaching it to something personal for ourselves. Because that way we can just receive it, learn what we need to learn, throw away whatever needs to be thrown away.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of times when we go into spaces and something hits us, you know, in our ears and we don't like how it feels or what's being said, we kind of make it, I guess, like the extreme instead of taking it. Because there's a lot of things that I hear, you know, men or women say, and I can understand it and take the information. And then I disagree with whatever I disagree with. But that lesson is still learned because I'm like, I understand, regardless of me agreeing with how it was said.
Yeah. Rebecca's saying remove your feelings and emotions from a situation and just hear, you know, and what you can implement, do so. You know, easier said than done, but I think at a point we got to do it because the key about what Rebecca's saying, what you want is on the other side of that information, and that should be the catalyst to get you to push through the things that may be hard to hear. So yeah, I like that. easier said than done, but I think it'll be definitely profitable. What you think, Callie? What's the solution? Because this ain't a fairy tale.
Listen to people who know how to convey a message that you are able to receive. If you are not open to receiving said message, however the hell is put it, even if he is trying to communicate it to you in a way where he thinks that you will be able to understand, or that he knows that you will be able to understand, because more than likely, it's going to be something that somebody that you're closest to, or whatever like that. Take heed. Take heed to the daggone message. All right. Ain't no way that you're gonna have no successful relationship without taking advice from others, including your actual man. All right. That's not how that works. You're not finna sit here and be able to go on ahead and navigate your way through no successful relationship without taking heed to what it is that your spouse is saying, number one. But number two, what other people are trying to translate to you, what it is that he actually saying, in the event that you're not able to receive said message. All right. That's not how that works. All right. You're gonna have to come to you're gonna have to I hate to use this word, but you're gonna have to bend somewhat in order. I always say that you have a foundation, and how you make a relationship work is that the molding is around the edges. You have the basis foundation there, right? But molding around the edges to make that relationship work with that particular person, there's going to be some molding involved in that. So go on ahead and lean into that part of it. You are who you are at your base level, right? But what is mendable needs to be mendable, and it needs to be done in order for you to be successful in a relationship. That's it. That's all. Anything else outside of that, I don't know what
Come
y'all
on,
talking
Callie.
about. There you go.
Nobody
Excuse my
can.
tipsiness.
Nobody can't. We can't gather. It's hard to gather that. I think the key point in that is, listen. I think in a relationship you need advisors. I think you need people to help, but be very keen on who you share your business with. Right. I almost recommend the advisor be on the other side of the aisle. So let's say you have a discourse with your husband. You got to go to his sister. You got to go to his mother, and vice versa, as opposed to somebody who's obviously subjectively on your side, right? I don't think that will warrant like the proper responses, but
Hey, you speak
be careful with sharing your business though,
you speak Calanese. I appreciate you translating that for me, Hamp.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. What you think, Jalen? Solution,
Um,
because it ain't a fairy tale. And whoever the fuck
kind of like
Gaston is, I don't know that nigga, but I know a lot of niggas.
Stone. What?
Gaston or some shit she said.
Oh yeah, I'm talking
So
about
you
the
mean all this
movies
time I've
still.
been saying niggas think they Gaston, you ain't know what the hell I was talking about?
No.
My bad,
Um,
Jalen.
no, you're fine. Um, I guess I just reiterate what I said last week. You got to do the hard work to sustain it. It means doing shit you don't like. You will not go through a lifelong marriage and not hurt the person that you're with, because we're all human at the end of the day. It matters what you do in those painful times the most, because that could make or break your relationship, marriage, whatever you want to call it. So I think that's the solution. Giving up like your hard stance and actually just doing what you got to do to make it work, even if it's not the happiest choice. If you cherish your marriage, that's the priority. Your marriage, not what makes you the most happy in that moment. That's the solution.
Yeah. Risk and reward go hand in hand, right, Jalen?
Yeah.
Being selfless is dangerous, but it's high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tay?
I think as a solution, women need to manage our expectations and be realistic and willing to pivot and adjust, right, for the success of the relationship. I agree with what Jalen said on that. I think we need to be mindful of our image and how that affects our future. I think I see a lot of times we just don't care about that, just collectively, and also consider that our behavior, carries an impact that it'll be too late to see if we don't listen and truly consider the correction that's in front of us.
Yeah. Desperate times call for desperate measures. There's a lot of feelings and emotion you got to put aside. There's a lot of pride that you got to put aside, to be honest. You know? So, easier said than done. You know? What you think,
Simple,
Saw?
but
This
it's
ain't
not
no
easy.
fairy tale.
Um, I agree with most of everything the lady said.
Said nigga,
I think
nigga. I said, what you think?
I was getting there. So
Give us a prescription, man, that we can go fill at your nearest Walgreens. Man.
so I agree. I feel as though we just need to be a little bit more human sometimes and not have these high standards for people. Um, I feel as though we just need to listen more to understand and just try to give people grace at the end of the day. So I don't know. Um, listen to the advice the ladies gave. I thought it was great.
You saying he don't gotta be perfect.
Nope.
He could be on the come up.
You ain't got to be perfect. I feel like at the end of the day, y'all just got to be, y'all have to have a common goal, common ground, common respect. Y'all have to have a common plan. Put it together. Fuck what everybody else say. Listen, understand.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
can't because I got too much going on in my background here. But yeah.
No, you said be on the same page. You know. I think the hard part with that one is I agree, and I don't know if the pages always come together. So who's making the concessions? That's the difficult part. You know, what game plan are you willing to support? You know, who's willing to placate, acquiesce, compromise? And I think to Tay's point, women oftentimes for the men you want gonna have to do most of those three things. And can you live with that? We don't want you to be building contempt down the road because you placated, acquiesced, and compromised more than you thought he did, and now you feeling some type of way. Yeah, that take a lot. You know, what you think, Aaliyah?
Um, I think we as women need to be more accountable, more willing to do the work, like Jalen said, take the risks, make sacrifices for the things that we want. I think we also need to be more receptive to the information or the guidance from men and from other women. We need to be more receptive of the information that is being said. Um, I think we need to have a better external self-awareness, like Coach Tay said. I just think we just need to be more aware of ourselves as women so we can yield better results.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Objective listening is key, man, and knowing where you fucked up, right? Because that's the integrity piece of being a truthful person. Their integrity is intact, meaning they honest with themselves. You know. So I appreciate that. Now here's the thing that I don't know if the brothers say just plainly, you know, and I think they say it, but I don't know if the actions or the words following it, to Callie's point, convey it, right? Men want women. Men want to be in relationships, you know. To then follow that up with women ain't shit does a disservice to the initial message, right? you know, and
That's okay.
we don't do a good job of conveying how valuable femininity is to us because we don't even know how to describe it. And it sounds so empty and cliche when we say we know it when we see it. Like, nigga, what in the moon and the stars does that mean? Like, it literally means exactly how it sounds. Because it isn't a feeling. And honestly, we're not always accustomed to it. We're not accustomed getting pat on the back, right? We always taught you can't cry, you can't do this, you can't do that, right? So that bleeds into, you know, our relationship with our woman. And when she's showing those things that we aren't familiar to, you know, we kind of push back at them. We a little bit guarded, you know, we don't know how to receive them. That's why it's literally like we know it when we feel it. That's what we should be saying. It's appreciated more than we know, more than y'all know, because it's hard for us to convey it. You know, and I'm speaking for 99% of men. You know, so just take that into consideration, because we ain't never, you know what I'm saying? There's less social safety nets for men, right? There's no pride in needing help, you know. But when you got somebody that's willing to hold you down, that means a lot, you know. So yeah, man. But this shit ain't easy, boy. This shit ain't easy. Damn, man. I don't know. I got these
But
clips.
that's why I think women don't want to do it though, because it's not easy.
Right. It's hard. It's
Damn.
simple, but it's hard. Right.
Mm-hmm. We're not even willing to do the simple, hardest thing.
But we'll do
But we
everything
could do the, yeah, we could do everything else, but
crazy. Yeah, I just want to see us, I want to see us do better, man. I want to see our communities continue to grow. I want to see black love everywhere, but we got a lot of work to do. Women, we got a lot of work to do.
It's only hard but fair, you know. Go ahead, Callie. You got a final thought? What you want to say, man?
Say it, say it, say it.
Crimson, what's popping?
Ooh.
What is it, Callie? Go ahead.
Yeah, because I want to giggle too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think this was a good show.
It is. It was. This the problem with us too. The niggas that got relationships acting like we don't gotta listen. Acting like we got all the answers.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't done
You
yet
good,
though.
Kelly?
We ain't done yet though. You feel me? Right, Krishana?
That's
Right,
right.
Rebecca? We ain't done yet. We still got a lot to learn. This shit is not
Lots
roses
to
and
learn.
bubbles. You heard? It's not. The trying shit happens. The talking shit happens. The discourse, the arguments, it happens. You feel me? You be on the same page until you ain't. You go a month without liking this nigga. You know? But that's where the duty and responsibility comes in. But we don't got all the answers. You know? So there's been plenty of things that I've taken back and tried to implement. You know? And they work and they don't work. You know? But you got to try it because you're like, oh, I never thought of that. You know? But ain't no way you leave in every conversation with the same answers you had when you came in.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks for you. You know?